Hey, welcome back to Hardwood Heaven Studios. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about resin finishes. I started doing a little bit of resin finishing here lately. Had a few problems, a few issues. One of them is using it with lathe. I put it on the lathe, you put the resin on it, turn the lathe on at about 50 RPMs, let it run about 30 minutes or so. I got a couple problems with that. One, in that shorter span, you've got to use a quick set. Two is the motor on your lathe gets kind of warm. They're not really made to run that slow. So I've had a few problems with that. Plus, it seems like when you use the fast set, it doesn't really lay out real even. You'll have to use quite a few different coats. So what I did is I ordered a spinner for doing the resin tumblers. People have been doing the resin tumblers, and I modified it. Get where you can see it here. Okay. When you order it in, I ordered through Amazon. It was like $23. You get your motor, the bracket that the motor's fastened to, the little PVC adapter that's on the end. You get your brace. You get a piece of 1/2-inch PVC pipe that's probably about 18 inches long, and a piece of foam that your tumbler slides onto. I had a metal bracket for the bottom, and done away with it because I had it mounted out here in the shop. But just getting a little bit of dust in it, so I've changed it now. I fixed up a piece of plywood. I've mounted to the plywood. This way I can take it into the craft room and use it in there where it's hopefully a lot more dust free. The reason I got this is because I wanted to use a slower resin. I've had real good luck on finishing with my it's a tabletop pour over, so that's what I was wanting to use. Excuse me. So what I done is I cut my piece of PVC pipe down. I think I cut it about, let me look here a minute. Yeah, I cut it about 6.5 inches long. Took a piece of wood, turned it, threaded it to fit the chucks for my wood lathe. And then we just set that right in there. Let me get a clamp and clamp that down. Okay. Okay. So with that clamp down, then you can screw your chuck on. This is my big boy chuck. I'm using this because I'm going to show you kind of how sturdy this thing is. We're going to back you up a little bit there. There you go. And then say this is what I was going to resin. And this is a big piece. It's a vase. It's got some weight to it. It's 13.5 inches long. And it's about 7 inches at the base, 8 inches at the top. So, anyway, you put it in your jaws. And like I say, it's got some weight. You can see that. You get my clamp back where it needs to be. Okay, here we go. You can see, and it's supporting it. The advantage about this is, like I say, I can use my tabletop epoxy or resin. It really goes on nice. It's food grade. It's totally waterproof, so I really like it. Put it on pretty thick, and when you turn this on, this just goes like probably, I'd say about 2 to 3 RPMs. You can see how slow it turns. And you can let this run for 5, 6 hours. It doesn't hurt. The motor does not get hot or anything. But this one really works good, and I like this for my resin finishes now. This is the last one I did. As you can see, it is a real nice finish. Smooth. There's no dips or nothing in it. It works great. So anyway, I just wanted to go over that and show you what I've done for my resin finishes. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it helps you out, and if you'd like, give it a try and see what you think. So stay tuned, and we're going to do a little shop update. Be coming up next. And thanks for watching. Okay, so we're going to start out here. This is my shop. Just a 2-car garage. I did put these doors here in this winter with wood stove. There's no outside entrance really, or regular entrance, so with the wood stove going in the winter time, every time I would open the door to come in, I'd have to raise the garage door, and it would let all the heat out. So I installed these here. I replaced the back door and moved it around here and put this in. The good thing about the way I done it is at night I can still shut the garage doors. I'll show you here. There you go. And it's locked tight from outside that way. So anyway, when you come in, I got some standard tools, just standard tools. You can see here miscellaneous stuff. I do have a cabinet here. It's got some tape stuff on it, and sorry about that. Inside here, this is like mostly for turning pins. It's got a lot of your bits, your bushings, all that. You can see this is all bushings for different size pins. I got my 2-inch and regular sandpaper there. And down here, this is just miscellaneous stuff for filling. Got my turquoise powder. This is a bunch of resin crushed chips. There's some seashells, different things. And that bottom one. Then this is my old grizzly lathe. I don't use it a lot anymore, but don't want to get rid of it. Right here is the table saw compressor. One-way easy core system. I've had it 3, 4, 5 months, I guess. I haven't opened the box yet. I just haven't had time to get in there and try it out yet. This little toolbox holds a bunch of lathe accessories. Then over on this wall is all my lathe tools. I got my chucks there. Let's see. The Resin low speed grinder with the CBN wheels, and I think that was the one-way Wolverine sharpening system. I think's what it was. Then over here is my Powermatic. I got this fall or winter. It's 2014. I got the bed extension on it, so I can use my hollowing tool, the Tim Yoder hollowing tool. There's some more miscellaneous lathe stuff. Then up here in this cabinet here, this is where I keep a lot of the Starbond stuff, my plastics for polishing, acrylics, waxes, sanding sealers, denatured alcohol, epoxies, some dyes. On top of that, I've got a bunch of the antlers there, and then that box is full. Centering stuff, gauges. This is one of my favorite things. It's the floor sweep that's connected to the dust collection system. You see it's right there. The lathe's right there. All I gotta do is just sweep it straight across, and it sucks right up in there when I'm through with the job. This is where a lot of my construction tools and plumbing tools and siding tools and all that's at. It's all in this cabinet. There is some paint stuff at the top. There's screws. Over here is the little charging area. This is where I keep my batteries charged up. Big ones here for my leaf blower, weed eater. I went to the electric or battery or cordless weed eater now. I like it so much better than the electric or the gas powered. In this top drawer here is my papers and grinding wheels. This is my sanding for the grinder and the grinding wheels. Down underneath is some grinders, some carvers, different things like that. Then 20-inch scroll saw, 1-inch sanding belt. And this top drawer there has got, you can see the paper for my orbital sanders. Then we got it for the 1-inch belt sander, the bigger belt sanders, specialty sanders. At the bottom is just steel wool. Up on the wall there is my big clamps. They go anywhere from 5 foot to 8 foot. Then here's just a high-speed grinder. Oops. Then there's some Dremel tools and accessories. The next drawer is just Dremel accessories. Bottom is glue guns and glue sticks. Then we come over, right here is my green machine, the monster, the big wood furnace. We'll back up because you see it takes up quite a bit of room, but this garage is not insulated and it'll heat it up to 75, 80 degrees when it's about 20 degrees outside, so it does great. Then in my work table, that's my spindle sander, the vise, orbital sanders, the grinder with the sanding disc on it, and this is rubber sanding. This is my carpet padding. I use it to sand on. It works great because you can put your piece on here, and I see I don't have a little piece handy. Yeah, here we go. You can put your piece on here, and as you can see, it doesn't slide, and sand it. Carpet padding is great for holding pieces while you're sanding. Then underneath the bench there is my finishes. It's all mostly clear finishes. There is a little bit of stains, but it's mostly all clear finishes. I've got different things hung on it in eye bolts, eye hooks, stuff like that. We come back over here. This is the sharpener for planer blades. It'll do all the way up to a 20-inch planer blade. There's my belt disc sander. Up on this shelf here is pin blanks, bottle stopper blanks, stuff like that. Some more plumbing stuff. There's the new router for my CNC machine that I've got ordered. That is going to go right here on this table here. So then over here is the dust collector. It's a Grizzly 2-bag. Then we get over here, more clamps there, more clamps there. We'll go through here, and these drawers here, we got mostly miscellaneous. There's a bunch of paintbrushes down there at bottom drawer. I buy them by the bulk. We come over here. We got staples for my pneumatic stapler. More staples for that. Biscuits for the biscuit joiner. Strap clamps and corner clamps are down there. Also, right over here in this cabinet this is more clamps, and this is accessories for the sharpening system. And then down here at the bottom is what else? More clamps. So now we get over here. That's the welder. My chop saw. Then up here in these cabinets, it's mostly electrical supplies in that cabinet. As you can see, I got electrical wire on top. There's 2 more cases of Dremel supplies. Right there we got blades from my sawmill, the band blades from the sawmill. I don't know if you can see this. Right there, that's a centering jig for putting drawer pulls in. This cabinet here is mostly just screws and bolts. Is all That's yes, sir. Then on the shelf, right below it, is nails for my pass load nailer and the pneumatic nailer. Then down here on this table, we got right here is the sharpener to do my chainsaw chains. That right there is a sharpener to do saw blades. I can do all the way up to a 10-inch, I think it is. I don't think I can do a 12. I think it only goes to a 10-inch saw blades. Down in here, I got bits for my mortising drill, which is right there. I love that. Anytime you need a square hole, that's the way to do it. And then I got a bunch of see brackets, corner brackets. Next drawer is the jigsaw blades and sawzall blades. And down there we got some push pieces for the planer, for the saw, some more strap clamps, more screws. This cabinet there, I won't pull all that out, but that's it's got drawer glides in it, hinges, knobs, I mean, you name it, it's there. Then we'll come back around on this side. This is my old antique bandsaw. One day maybe I'll replace it. The router table. Here I've got, you can see some bow blanks about ready to turn. My Grizzly industrial planer. It's a 8 by 20 inch planer. Over here, where's some stuff out of the way a minute? Bunch of miscellaneous wood. The toaster oven, my vacuum pot and pressure pots up there. That's a bunch of the resins. Then the drill bits. I've been doing some little birdhouse ornaments. So I got both of them set up. One turns the hole for the bird, the other one turns the hole for the little perch. Probably sell 500 to 600 of those birdhouse ornaments a year. So that's one of my big production pieces. Then in between it is the bit sharpener, drill bit sharpener. And I think that's about it. So, but anyway, I'm looking forward to getting my CNC machine to get it on here. That's that spinner I just showed y'all that we made. Really looking forward to getting a CNC machine to give it a try to see how it works. I was going to say here on the front here, you can see all the drawers. They are loaded up with a bunch of stuff. This is miscellaneous stuff here. This is some bearings and some specialty bits. Next one down is my carpet kicker, the seam iron, the linoleum roller. Over here we got knives, utility knives, carving knives, some countersink bits. There is drywall tools. That one is my concrete tools. And this bottom one, it's got stuff. I need to get her and clean that out so I can make room for other stuff. Then we come around this side here. This one here is hammers, stud finder, tape measures or chalk lines, specialty drill bits. This is my big bits for boring big holes and doing electrical. Next one down is a bunch of chucks. Over here we got some staplers, clamps, some of my air tools. Then the bottom shelf is mostly just pry bars. So anyway, that pretty well concludes the little shop tour update. Hope you enjoyed it. So until I guess the next time, y'all have a great day.